George, you and Michael Jordan have a very close relationship. How did this develop?
It all happened because we were in the right place at the right time for a length of time that allowed us to nurture a friendship. And so it all started in '84 in the Olympic trials. Michael was one of the 80-some players that was invited to the Olympic trials. And as we all know, he ended up making the team. And once we got the team cut down to 12 players, Michael and I seemed to gravitate to each other, and we spent a lot of time together. And to the point where Vern Fleming, Patrick Ewing, and Michael and I, we were a foursome. We went everywhere together, whether it was to get something to eat, shopping, whatever. If they needed a ride, we always hung out together. And so all throughout the Olympic experience in '84, Michael and I always bonded. And when he had frustrations or concerns, he'd come and talk with me. And so not only was there a level of friendship, but there was a sincere level of trust and respect for each other. In the beginning, I had no idea that Michael was as good as he was. To me, the Olympic trials was a revelation.
Didn't take you that long.
No. I mean, it became increasingly clear that this guy was one of the special players of that generation and so we continued to maintain the friendship. And when he was a rookie, he called and he said, "Hey, we're coming down to play. We have tomorrow off." They were up in Golden State or somewhere, or Seattle, and he said, "We got the day off and that, and so maybe you can come to the hotel, pick me up, and we can hang out and go shopping and stuff." Michael was like me; he was a big shopper at that time. And
but you were where at this time? Were you at Iowa?
I was at Washington. I'm sorry, I was now at SC.
Okay.
No, I take that back. I mean, I was now at SC. Yes, I was now at SC when he was in there.
Because you were picked by Bob Knight.
Yeah, to be.
And you were at Iowa, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, Michael came down. I picked him up, and we spent the time together. To show you how times changed, they were staying at the airport Marriott in L.A., which you wouldn't catch in. And I don't mean this, but now it's the Ritz or the Four Seasons or the Peninsula, places like that. And so we continued to have the friendship. And then one day, when Michael was in town making the movie, The Space Jam, I'd go over every day and watch some of the filming of that. And so one night we went out to dinner at the Palms restaurant, Michael, myself, and my son Mark, and my wife. And so during the dinner, out of nowhere, Michael said, "Hey, would you have any interest in running a basketball camp for me?" And I said, "Yeah, where?" And he said, "I want to run one out here in the West Coast too." And so I said, "Yeah." And I said, "But I need to ask you one question that I need an answer to, because it'll determine whether I'm going to do it or not." And he said, "What's that?" I said, "Are you going to be there every day?" He said, "Hey, I'm going to be there every day. I don't want kids to rip kids off, and so I'll be there." He got my word on that. So anyway, I said, "Okay, I'll put together a proposal for you, bring it back." So subsequently, we decide that next summer we're going to have this camp. We decided to have it up at, after a lot of research, have it up at the University of California, Santa Barbara in Goleta, California, which is about a couple hours from here. And we went up and we started, and here we are 17 years later, and we're still going. This past summer, in the one session, which are 4-day sessions, we had 729 kids, and in the other one we had 730. And what's amazing is that Michael continues to attract youngsters from all over the world. And when you really stop and think about it, the ages are 8 to 18. None of those guys ever saw Michael play.
Right.
And so that's been, yeah. So Michael and I have always had a unique friendship. We trust each other, And one thing about Michael, one of his greatest traits is loyalty, almost blind loyalty. But see, I've said this before, that Michael's trust in me has been intimidating, because I don't know that I've ever had anybody trust me as much as Michael. When the camp came, he never said how much money that we make. He never asked me how many kids, those things. He always had supreme confidence that I was going to do the right thing for him, and to the point that it became an intimidating factor for me, because I never wanted to let him down. I never wanted to violate his trust. Over the years, tons of people have come to me and tried to get at Michael through me. And I'd have to politely explain to people, hey, you don't understand our friendship. I don't, Michael and I have a unique friendship, and I'm not going to violate the trust that he has in me. And the one thing that I'm really proud of, and I kind of almost feel like we're relatives. Michael and I are brothers or whatever, or cousins. But in all those years, I've never asked Michael for anything. I've never asked him for a ticket for a game. I've never asked him for anything, because I think his friendship meant more to me than money. His friendship means more to me than material things. And the trust that he put in me, I would never violate that trust ever. And he's played such a vital role in my life. Because, as I said, number one, I don't know that anyone ever showed as deep a trust in me as he did. No one's ever shown any more confidence in me than he did. And I think that through it all, we've had 17 years of authentic friendship. And most of us, when we die, if we can count on both hands 10 people that were truly friends of yours through the good times and the bad times, we're lucky as hell. And if I had to start counting, Michael would be right up there at the top of